My hard work kept the firm alive. Dad handed it to my brother instead. So I went away, and now they see it fall down with no me. My dad's bad act hurt me more than I can think, giving all my work to my brother like I was no one, making me burn the work I made and leave. I am a man who is 36 years old, and I have worked at my dad's power firm, Power & Sons, for 14 years. The son part should have me and my young brother, Ryan, who is 30. But in truth, it is more like Power and his best-loved son, with the other one doing all the work. Here is some backstory. My dad made this firm about 28 years back in 1995. He started with just him and a van. Now we have 18 power men and 4 office staff, and we are one of the big power firms in our town, Raleigh, North Carolina. I do not mean to sound full of myself when I say most of that big change came after I came. After high school, I went to school to learn about power work and got a 4-year paper in 2008. At the same time, my brother Ryan just made it through high school and spent 7 years to get a 2-year paper from a small school. "You are just wasting time with books, Mark," Ryan said in a mean way one time, showing his fun time pics on the web while I studied late. When I got my paper, I came right back home to work in the family firm. Dad made a big point of how I had to learn from the start, so I spent 3 years as a helper to a power man, putting up wires, putting in power boxes, and fixing other people's bad work. Okay, I get it. You can't be the boss of power man if you don't know what they do. I moved up, got my top power man paper, which was very hard to get, and I learned how to plan work, keep track of stuff, and all the dull but must-do things that make a firm work. "Still playing with wires, bro?" Ryan made fun of me at a family meal. "When will you have some fun?" About 6 years back in 2017, I got to be the work boss. I started to use plans I had made, like smart work plans and real-time stuff tracking, work plans on the computer, better stuff tracking, and calls back to clients after work was done. Our good marks went from 3.4 stars to 4.9. Money made went up by 45% in 2 years. Dad did seem glad for once, but when I was not there, he told Ryan, "Your brother's plans are nice, but you will bring the big ideas." Then my brother Ryan, who had been going from one job to the next and trying to find himself, all at once said he wanted to work in the family firm in 2018. Keep in mind, this guy has never shown he likes power work. He could not tell you what makes a power cutoff thing and a fuse not the same, and thinks a safe wire is what you use when you camp out. But Dad was so happy. His best boy was at last joining the family work. Dad gave him a made-up name like Client Boss, with pay that is about 85% of what I get, even though I have worked there 10 more years. Ryan got a room with a window, while I am still in a small room that used to be a clothes room next to the toilet. Ryan's work is to take clients to eat, put things on our web pages, and sometimes go to work sites to take pics of our power men working. He walks in at 10 in the day, takes 2 hours to eat, and goes home at 4 due to cars on the road. At each work meet, Dad says good things about Ryan for getting a small work deal while not seeing that I just made our whole bill work better and saved us $60,000 each year. It is like no one can see me. "I am the smart one who made us grow," Ryan once said in a big way to a client when I was there, and Dad just said yes in a good way. One time in 2019, I spent weeks making a plan to get a big store job, the biggest work deal we had ever tried for, a new store place in Cary, North Carolina. I even worked all night with no sleep to get it done. On the day of the meet, Dad brought Ryan with him. Ryan, who had not read one page of the plan, who felt bad from drink and kept going to the toilet, and who called the client's building that big place with the sign in the meet. We got the work deal somehow because my facts were good. On the way back, Dad would not stop saying how Ryan got along with their team and how his way with people got the deal. What I did? Dad said my care for small things was a help, like I was the office help. "Good paperwork, Mark," Ryan said with a mean smile, "but I got the deal with my nice way." Mom is not better. When I try to talk to her about it, she gives me a sad look and says things like, "You and your brother are just not the same kind of people," or "Not all can be as neat as you are." She once said in a low voice, "Ryan needs our love more, Mark. You are strong and can take it." One day in 2020, I heard Dad talk to Ryan in his room. The door was not all the way shut. Dad was talking about who would take over, saying things like, "When you take over the firm," and asking Ryan if he wanted to learn about the money part. My name was not said one time, not even as, "Your brother can help you with the money work." The firm I helped build, the firm I gave all my grown-up life to, and I am not even thought of as a person who might own it someday, just the workhorse who keeps things going, while Ryan gets all the praise. "You are what I will leave behind, Ryan," Dad said, words that hurt deep in my heart. I kept my head down and did the work. It was not like I could do a thing about it. About 8 months back, in April 2023, our office help quit. She had been with us for 6 years, but got a better work deal someplace else. Dad said we had to get a person with more office boss work time, since we were getting big. Then came Jessica, a woman who is 27. The time she came in the door for her talk for the job, I felt something good. Her work past was great, a school paper for business, work time as a boss in offices for firms much bigger than ours, and many papers that said she knew how to use money work tools. Dad was so glad he got her right then, which he never does. Jessica's quick, smart talk in the job talk, "This place needs a tech fix now," made me like her a lot. Her first week, she fixed our whole way to keep papers, which had not been changed since the 90s. The next week, she found about $25,000 in bills we did not get paid for from the year before and got the money. The third week, she told my dad no to our old way to plan work and got him to buy the tech thing I had asked for years. I felt love for her. "You are the only one here who gets it," she told me when we were alone, which made me feel hope. We started to eat lunch with each other in the lunchroom. At first, we just talked about work things, but then we found out we both like the same true crime sound shows. I found out she likes to walk in the woods, which I like too. Then it was movies, books, and all that stuff. It was so easy to talk to her. After a few months of the lunch thing, I got brave to ask her out for real, like to eat food on Friday night at that new Thai food place in town, not the lunchroom with our sad food in boxes. She said yes at once. "I have been waiting for you to ask," she said in a fun way, her eyes bright. We set it for the next Friday. I did not tell anyone at work about our date plans. My family has a special way to mess up any good thing that comes to me, so I thought I would keep it a secret until things got more real. Big mistake. 2 days before our date, I came back from work and I heard Jessica laugh in the hall. That real laugh I had tried for weeks to get from her. But she was not laughing at what I said, she was laughing at what Ryan said. I turned the corner and saw them stand too close to each other by the coffee maker. Ryan did his thing of leaning on the wall, "Look how cool I am" pose. He was showing her a thing on his phone and she was really interested. "Hey Mark," Ryan said when he saw me, using that fake nice voice he uses when other people are there. "Just showing Jessica those boat pics from last weekend." Boat riding? Ryan, the guy who says bad words if he has to walk from his car to a place to eat when it rains a bit? When did he start to ride boats? Jessica smiled at me, but it was not the same smile. It was just nice, work-like, the kind you give a person you work with, not the guy you will go on a date with. My stomach felt bad. "They are great pics," Jessica said, turning back to Ryan. "I have always wanted to try boat riding, but never had the time." "You should come with me sometime," Ryan said. "I go most weekends when the sky is clear. Very nice on the water." This guy has never gone boat riding in his life. The most he has done for water fun is drink beer on a friend's boat. But there he was, Mr. Outdoors all at once. "That would be great," Jessica said, and she really meant it. I could tell. She turned to me. "Mark, I did not know your brother liked to do things outside so much." "I did not know either," I said in a low voice, but they were back to looking at his phone. The next day, Jessica found me in the lunchroom when I was alone. My heart beat fast, thinking maybe the Ryan thing was not a big deal. "About Friday," she said, and I knew at once what she would say. "I am so sorry, but I need to make it for a new day. A thing came up." She stopped, then said more. "Ryan said he would show me some client work, and I thought it would be good for work." A thing came up means I found a better thing to do, and in this case, the better thing was my brother. "No problem," I said, trying to sound like it was okay. "Maybe some other time." "Yes," she said with a smile that did not go to her eyes. "For sure." I found out later from talk at work that Jessica and Ryan went on their first date that Friday, the same day she was to go out with me at the same Thai food place I had planned to take her to. The next week was bad. Ryan walking around the office like he won a big prize. Jessica's face turned red when he walked by her desk. The low talks that stopped when I came in the room, and Ryan saying things about their date and the work meet. I felt like trash. I saw you with Jessica, a person I work with said in a low voice. They know you liked her too. Ryan moves fast. Each time I try to make something for me, Ryan comes in and takes it like it was not mine from the start. And of course, it got more bad. Mom found out at once because Ryan tells her all things. She called that weekend so happy. Have you met this Jessica that Ryan is seeing? He says she is great, so smart and nice to look at. She works at your office. She is our office, I said with no feeling. Oh, that is nice. Ryan says she is very smart, neat too. Sounds like she and Ryan have so much the same. In fact, Mom, Jessica and I were to go out first. I asked her out and she said yes, but then Ryan came in and took her. There was a long, quiet time, and I could almost hear Mom try to think of this in a way that did not make her great Ryan look bad. Well, dear, you know how these things go. Sometimes people just like each other fast. Ryan has always been so nice with women. You are more, well, you know, you care about work, you are serious. Not all see that as good as they should. You will find a person who is good for you, she said, her voice full of pity. So that is how it started. Ryan and Jessica, the new top pair at Power & Sons. But the worst part was not even losing Jessica. It was seeing her slow find out who Ryan really was and act like she did not see it. The first time he did not do what he said he would do with her because his friends asked him to a card game at the last minute. The time she heard him say things that were not true. Okay, just lies about what he did at the firm to a client. The time she had to make an excuse for him when he was to go to a meet people event but felt too bad from drink to come. I could see the not sure look on her face, the hard thinking as she tried to make the Ryan she thought she was with and the real Ryan the same. But by then, they were a pair, and she was in too deep. Also, my family had made a wall around them. Jessica told me a thing once. He is not what I thought, Mark, but your dad says he can be good. Mom asked Jessica to Sunday food just 3 weeks after they started to date. It will be good to have a new face, she said. I almost did not go to that food time, but Dad said I had to come. Family food time is family food time, Mark. Be there. So I went, and it was just the bad dream you would think. Dad told work tales that made Ryan sound like some kind of work star. Ryan doing his best good boyfriend act, moving Jessica's chair for her, filling her water glass, and telling tales that were not true about his fun weekends and help work. Jessica thought it was all true, laughing at Ryan's jokes and asking him about his fake boat trips. I tried to join the talk, saying the walk path Jessica and I had talked about in those lunchroom times, just to let him know what he broke. Oh, Ryan just told me about that place, Jessica said with joy, turning to him. You have been there too? Been there, Ryan laughed. I am on that path all the time in the hot time of year. That food time was 5 months back in July 2023. They have been a pair since that day. Anyway, I thought about me and tried to get used to it, hoping things would get good for me someday. A month after that food time in August 2023, I got to be top work boss after 14 years of working too hard for this firm. This was to be a big thing. More work to do, more pay, and most of all, the firm car. Not a great one, just a new Chevy big truck that can pull things that we need to take stuff to work sites. Dad said it in a big way at our month work meet. After years of good work, Mark is now top work boss. This comes with more pay and the new firm truck we just got. You did good to get this, son. But later, Ryan took me to the side. Do not get too used to that truck, bro. Dad has plans. For one time, I felt like my work was seen as good. Now to Sunday food time. Dad is talking about a client. Ryan has his arm around Jessica like always, and I am just trying to eat the food without saying a thing. Without saying a thing, I will be sad for later. Then, Dad clears his throat and puts his fork down. I have news to tell, he says. And I get tight at once, because in my family, news is never good for me. Ryan and Jessica look at each other, and I know what will come. We will get married, Jessica says, showing her left hand with a big stone ring that costs more than what I get paid in a year. Mom starts to cry, happy cries. Dad hits Ryan on the back. I sit there in shock, my fork not moving halfway to my mouth. This is great news, Dad says loud. My boy is at last going to be still, starting a family. Then he says the bad thing. Ryan, I think you and your wife-to-be can use that new truck more than the firm can. Think of it as a get-married gift. You will need a good family car now. Also, Dad said, looking at me, Mark can use the old one. He is used to making things work. Ryan makes a fake surprised face like this was not his plan all the time. Wow, Dad, that is so nice. I found my voice at last. Dad, that truck is to be part of my new job gift. I need it for work, for real firm work. Dad waves his hand like it is nothing. Now, Mark, do not be selfish. Your brother is starting a family. Family is first. You can use your old truck for now. It still works, right? Just a little, I said, but no one hears. That was it. The last thing. The time I knew I was done with this family firm for all time. Anger was coming up. I was so mad, but somehow I drove home in my bad truck. I got home and got very mad. 14 years of being true hard work and giving up things. 14 years of seeing Ryan have an easy life with nice ways and Dad's love while I made things of worth. Things that made money. Things that were just given to my brother and now Jessica. The one good thing that came to me in years was also given to Ryan on a silver plate with a get married ring in my firm truck. I found a note from Ryan in my desk later. Sorry, bro. You know how Dad is. Jessica is mine now. I do not think I have ever been that mad in my life. I was never going to be seen as good in this family. I was never going to get what I should have. I was just the workhorse, the one they could count on to do work while the best boy got all the good things. I took my computer and opened my mail. I looked at the blank right space for about 10 seconds, then I just wrote. Title, I quit. Dad, I quit now. I am leaving Power & Sons. Think of this as me telling you I will leave in 2 weeks. But, to be true, you will be lucky if I stay 1 week. I will look for other work. For true, not really. Mark Power. I sent it before I could stop. Then I sent a different mail to our person who helps with work rules, who is just the money person who pays us, about my saved time off, saying I will take it now. I was not going to that office again. In a few minutes, my phone got many calls. Dad calling, Ryan sending texts with just mad words and dumb pics, Mom leaving sad voicemails about breaking the family and being too much. Jessica called too. I let that one go to voicemail. Mark, it's Jessica. Your dad told me you quit. What is wrong? Please call me back. Her voice broke. I didn't know about the truck, Mark, I promise. I did not answer any of them, turned off my phone, and started to fix my work-life paper. I was done with them. Done with being the family workhorse, done with seeing Ryan get all things given to him while I worked too hard. Dad came to my home the next morning at 7 in the morning, hitting the door like he wanted to make it fall. What is wrong with you, Mark? He said loud when I opened it at last. Leaving by mail after all this family has done for you. Done for me? You mean like paying me less than most people get for 14 years while Ryan gets extra pay just for coming to work? Or like saying I would get a firm car for my new job and then giving it to Ryan as a get married gift? That is not the same, Dad said fast, his face getting red. Ryan is starting a family. He needs our help. And I do not? I have helped this whole family for years. Who do you think makes the firm work while Ryan is out taking 2 hours to eat and putting pics on the web? Dad's face got more red. Do not talk about your brother that way. Ryan gets clients. He is the face of the firm. And I am what? The workhorse? The fool who does the real work while Ryan gets all the praise? I am done, Dad. Let Ryan run your firm. You do not need me. I started to shut the door, but Dad put his foot in the way. You leave this firm. You leave this family. If this is how family acts to each other, then maybe that is good. I said back and pushed the door hard so he had to move his foot. The next day, Ryan came. I did not open the door, just said loud through it that he should go or I would call the police. He tried the whole, come on, bro, do not be like that thing, but I did not want it. Mom kept calling, crying about how I was breaking your dad's heart and breaking the family. You are throwing away what we made, she cried in one voicemail. I have never felt so free in my life. Looking for a job was easy. I had 3 talks that first week, all with firms bigger and more good than my dad's firm. 2 of them said I could work for them. I took the job with Bright Electrical Services, a firm that does the same work across town in Durham, North Carolina. They are small but getting big fast, and the owner, Tom Bright, really sees that work time and hard work are good. Best part, they said in writing I could be a part owner. After 2 years, I can buy in and be a part owner, a thing my dad never thought to give me even after 14 years of work. And they gave me a firm truck, a new Ford big truck, better than the one Dad took from me. Mark, you are the kind of boss we have been looking for, Tom said. At the same time, the Power and Sons work is falling down with no me. I have been getting texts from some of the Power men who are good guys. The first week after I left, Dad tried to run the work himself. The problem is he hasn't done that job in about 14 years and did not know how my work plan system worked. He put 3 work groups to do 2 jobs on the same day, then had no one to go to a fix-it-now call at the hospital, a big client that I took care of for years. They were not happy. The next week, Dad put Ryan in charge of the work. Ryan, the guy who cannot even remember to set a time for his tooth doctor. As you would think, it was a total mess. From my friend Dave, one of our top power men, Ryan came late each day, spent most of his time on the phone with Jessica or his friends, and could not answer easy questions about what to do for work. They lost one of our second big store work deals all because Ryan did not send the paper to keep the work. That work was worth about $70,000 a year, gone because Ryan was too busy putting pics of him at the gym on the web. Dave texted, "Ryan tried to say it was my fault he messed up. Man, we need you back. The work plan is so bad they have to call clients the night before to set a new time, which makes all very mad." Their good marks on the web went from 4.9 stars to 3.3 in 3 weeks. Dad is saying it is the new system's fault, my system, not the dumb people trying to run it. One of the office staff quit because Ryan kept saying it was her fault he messed up. The money people owe us is getting big because no one is sending bills to get paid. Another thing I did that it seems no one knew about. But what I did not think would happen is that Dad had to get a short-time loan to pay the workers because their money coming in is so bad. The firm that made good money 3 weeks back is now trying hard not to fall. Jessica is staying late each night trying to make things work, but she is an office boss, not a work expert. She can put papers in order and talk on the phone all day, but she does not know how to plan power work or be the boss of 18 power men with different skills and papers. Mom has been texting me all the time, more and more sad texts. "Your dad is working 16-hour days trying to fix the work plan. Ryan is trying hard, but he does not know your system. We had to tell 3 clients we cannot come to them this week. Please, Mark, just come back for one meet," she asked in her last text. Dad left me one voicemail. Talking not clear like he had been drinking. "This firm was good before your nice systems, and it will be good after. You think no one can do your job? Any job can be done by someone else." Ryan's texts have gone from fake nice brother talk, "Hey bro, all are worried about you," to clear panic. "Do you still have the way to get in the work plan tool? Dad cannot find it," to all out need. "For real, man, just tell me how you did the Peterson work needs. Their work boss is going mad. You are making us die, Mark," he texted yesterday. The only one who has not tried to talk much is Jessica. She sent one mail to my own mail place about a week after I left. It was long, full of words about how she did not want to hurt me and how things with Ryan just came to be, and she hoped we could still be friends. At the very end, like she just thought of it, was, "If you have time, could you maybe write how you did the work plan? We are having some problems." I got rid of it with no answer. But then she found me at a coffee place, eyes red. "I made a bad choice, Mark. Ryan is not who I thought. Can we talk?" I walked away. And the truck, it seems it is making a bad sound. From Ryan's last text, he really had the nerve to ask if I could come look at it. The truck that should have been mine, the truck that was part of my new job, but was given to him as a get-married gift. I laughed and got rid of it with no answer. At the same time, I have been at Bright for 2 weeks now, and it is like I am in a new world where being good at your job is seen as good. Tom asks what I think about the work. My ideas are used, not ignored. The other work people see me as good because of my work time, not because I am the owner's son. Yesterday, I fixed their whole way to send workmen to help calls, and Tom was so glad he gave me more money at once. More money for doing my job well. About a week at my new job, I met a person, Lisa. She is a building design person I met at a workplace where we do the power work for a new work building in Durham. She is smart, funny, says what she thinks, not playing games or trying to be someone she is not. On our third time out, we went to walk to this waterfall I had wanted to see for years. Just 2 people really liking to be with each other, and she just shook her head. They had gold and thought it was dirt. Their loss, my good thing. This weekend, Lisa and I were at the tool store getting things for my bathroom fix when I saw them. Ryan and Jessica.
Lisa held my hand when Jessica saw us and said my name. Ryan turned around looking like he wished he was any place else. "Hey, bro," I said just a little. "Good, really good. This is Lisa," I said, telling them who she was, seeing Jessica look at her. "Lisa, the best person." She smiled and shook their hands. "Good to meet you both. I have heard a lot about you," Jessica said. "Fixing Mark's bathroom?" Lisa told when Jessica asked about our stuff. "I am a building design person doing the plan." "A building design person? That is great," Jessica said. "I am an office boss at my family's firm," I said. It seems they were there because of the truck.
You know, it made bad sounds, and Ryan did not know how to fix it. I could not stop myself. The firm truck, the one that should have been mine. Ryan had the grace to look bad. Yes, that one. Lisa, always so good, made a way to leave with a fake plan to eat food. As we turned to go, Jessica stopped. "Can I talk to you alone?" Lisa looked at me like she had a question, but I said yes with my head. She held my hand before moving to the side. Jessica breathed out, looking more tired than I had ever seen her. The get married plan. We are going slow. What she meant, Ryan's real self was showing. The firm, not the same with no you. It seems they got two people to do my job and they still could not keep up. Ryan, not the same since you left. For real, having to work for one time in his life will do that, I said. She moved in a not easy way. "I just want to say I am sorry for coming between you and your brother." I almost laughed, not in a mean way, but in a "wow, you really do not get it" way. "Jessica, you were not the problem. You were just a sign of a much bigger thing. My family never saw me as good. The truck, that was just the last thing." She bit her lip, looking at Lisa. "She seems nice. You two look good with each other." "We are," I said with no weight. "She sees me for who I am." Jessica nodded. She gave me a note as I left. "I am thinking about all things again, Mark. Call me." I made it into a ball, but it stayed in my mind. While driving home, my phone made a sound. Mom, I do not know why I answered. She sounded surprised I answered, but got back fast, starting the guilt talk. "They miss you. The firm is having a hard time. Ryan has too much to do. Sunday food times are not the same with no you." I let her talk on and on, waiting for the ask that would come. "You should come by soon. Maybe we can fix things." "I am busy each Sunday for a long time," I told her, keeping my voice the same. Lisa, hearing from the seat next to me, smiled. "Want me to say I told you so, or would you like to just feel good that they are having a hard time?" "For sure feeling good," I said with a big smile. Later that night, as we lay on the couch with arms and legs mixed, Lisa looked at me. "Would you ever think of going back to the family firm?" I did not even have to think, not even for a short time. "Never." She smiled, glad with that answer. "I do not know what will happen with Power and Sons. Maybe they will fix it. Maybe they will fall down and end. Anyway, it is not my problem. But late at night, I sometimes think if I broke too many bonds, if a part of me is still tied to that broken thing I helped make. Being free feels good, but it is heavy. Knowing I left my family to face the mess I could have fixed, I chose me, and that is enough for now.